Okay, so yeah, just get settled wherever you're at. This will be at yoga for flexibility. We're going to start in a seated position. So shoulders back, spine long. Can be cross-legged on knees and shins, whatever position feels best. Maybe raise your hips on a pillow. And just gather yourself. Take a moment here to get out any fidgets, to start to stack your spine. And just start to slow down your breath. Bringing your awareness inwards, leaving everything at the door outside of this practice that you won't need for the next 30 minutes. Committing and dedicating yourself to this time and space of focusing on you and your internal landscape. Take a big clearing inhale through the nose, fill up the belly and the ribs. And out through the mouth, sigh, make a sound, let it out. In through the nose, fill up, make it very dramatic and big. A dramatic sigh out the mouth, unhinge the jaw. Good. In through the nose, expand through the rib cage. This time, keep the lips sealed as you exhale out the nose. Keep that intensity and the quality of the breath as we go through the practice in through the nose. And lengthen as we exhale out all the air. As we go through this practice and we keep these quality breaths, I want this to be the grounding pole. The breath is what will keep bringing us back to the most important part of the practice. And your mind will wander, you will get distracted, you will lose sight of the breath. Every time that you remember to come back to your breath is a moment of stillness, of presence, and a stronger connection to the truth. Bring your palms to heart center, start rubbing your palms, make some fire. Really bring your awareness to the sensation of your palms as they go back and forth, up and down really quick. Create that heat. Feel the heat between your palms and find that stillness as you place both palms stacking one on top of the other over your heart center. From here, just remember the presence and the feeling of gratitude, how blessed we are, and just grateful that you showed up for your practice. This is truly the hardest part, showing up on your mat, showing up for your practice consistently, time and time again on the good and the bad days is what is most important. So honor yourself, thank yourself for being here. And keep that connection to your breath as we start to gaze over the right shoulder, right palm behind you. Start to lift up through your chest and use your left arm to assist you as you twist your spine all the way to the right, gazing past that right shoulder. Keep those inhales nice and tall. And the exhales very long. One more inhale through. And clearing exhale in your twist. We'll unravel and come back to the other side. Left fingertips behind you. Right arm assists. Proud chest. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale deeper into your twist. Inhale for space. And exhale for presence. Unravel back through center. We'll be in a cross-legged position and have your palms on the outside of your knees. And we'll just start to pull your heart forward and drag your heart space to the right side of the room. Big stretch all the way to the right, creating circles through your rib cage until you start to hollow out your spine, tucking the chin, rounding through your back, shifting to the left and creating these big circles. Try to imagine that your rib cage is touching all four corners or every number on a clock right now. Very slow. If you find any sticking points, Feel free to stay there an extra breath and really send a clearing and healing breath into that area. Kind of move with your breath. Inhale as you pull forward. And exhale as you pull backwards and around. Really start to take inventory of where your spine is at today, where your mind is at today. Just honor to meet yourself wherever you're at. No judgment, no pretense, no performance. We'll rotate or reverse the circle other way. Exhale as you round the spine, tucking the tailbone and the chin. Just getting curious with your body and the state of where you're at today. Keep moving breath to body. Inhale, pull the heart forward, pull the shoulders back. And then exhale, round. Get a little bit more dramatic with each roll through. And on your next inhale, we'll meet right back to the center, stacking each vertebrae one on top of the other. From here, we'll open up your legs to a straddle. Nothing too wide, nothing too crazy. We don't need to get into our deepest or fullest expression of a straddle just yet. Whatever feels comfortable enough where you can still sit tall. We can flex your toes up to the sky. So the kneecaps are pointing up rather than pointing in or back. As we're here, I want you to reach your palms up, touch your fingers together at the top, grow tall. And lean over to the right, bring your right fingertips towards your right toes and send your gaze up to the sky as your left fingertips grow tall and reach towards the wall to your right. Creating a big stretch in the left side body here. Try to create length through your spine rather than crunching over. Send a big inhale for those left obliques. And exhale deeper into that side bend. Beautiful. Come back to the center. Shake it out. Reset. Your side, grow tall. Inhale, arms above head. And keep that spine nice and long as you start to exhale and lean towards the left side of the room. Left fingertips meet the toes. Gaze goes up towards the sky. Really create a lot of distance between the right hip pressing into the ground and the right fingertips reaching towards the corner of the room. Keep those quality breaths as your main focus here. Lots of space between each rib cage. And exhale deeper into the side bend. We'll come back to the center. Place your palms behind your hips and start to lean back, bend your knees, flex your toes up to your face. Start to windshield wiper your knees side to side. Really get curious about where each hip is landing today. Noticing the internal rotation, the external rotation of each hip. Maybe one is a little bit more flexible. Just be curious and take note, take inventory. It's not a projection of your worthiness or your ability with your body. Start to floss through the hip joints, left and right, internal and external. If you hear any cracks, join the team. All right, we'll extend your legs out in front of you now. I like to move kind of my glutes, so the fleshy part of my booty out of the way so that I can sit up nice and tall. You can have a little bend in your knees so they're not locked out, flexing your toes up to your face here. Proud chest, sit up tall, extend the fingertips above, grow tall as you inhale. Think about pulling your heart and your collarbone towards your big toes as you exhale and start to just gently lean forward. Again, your knees can be as bent as you'd like. You can put a pillow, a towel underneath your knees. And the most important part is I want you to now let your head hang. Let the top of your head go towards your knees. Round through the spine here. Inhale for space between your shoulder blades. You round and tuck the chin. And exhale, try to let go of something that feels tight or a muscle that's really working to hold on here. Find some ease throughout your body. Do a little body scan and see where you can soften a little bit more. Let your head hang heavy and stretch out the back of your neck. Feel your inhale expand through your whole spine. Expand through the back of your legs into your hamstrings. Really find that ease and flow, even as we get into these deeper stretches. Stay here for another round of quality breath in and out. Slowly start to crawl your way up. You're gonna swing your left leg behind you. You're gonna keep that bent, so we're kind of in a little jazz split here. Left knee is bent behind you, right leg is straight. So we're gonna take both hands, sort of lean back here and just see where you can feel comfortable. Maybe this is enough. We're gonna try to really focus on keeping that left knee on the ground. So this might be right where we stop before that left knee starts to come up. Maybe we take it a step deeper and we go onto our elbows. When you start to notice that your breath maybe becomes a little bit choppy or stale, that's your sign to kind of come out of the movement just a little bit until your breath can have that nice quality and depth to it. The full expression is if you were to lay all the way onto your back while keeping that left knee on the ground. Your inhale is expanding through your belly all the way into your hips. And soften through your body as you exhale. Slowly start to use your arms nice and slow, very carefully to heel up. So we're back into our upright jazz split. Bend through that front knee. And straighten through that back leg now so that we're in pigeon pose. Right knee is bent in front of us. Ideally, that right hip is still making contact with the ground or a pillow or a block. And ideally, that left kneecap is completely flat against the ground. Foot is completely, top of the foot is pressed against the ground. I'm going to use the fingertips here to get a little bit of a back bend. Maybe open up the throat. And then start to peel and pull the chest and the heart and collarbones forward as we start to fold over into whatever depth feels breathable, resting your head either on your hands, on a pillow, or standing on your elbows. Can you keep coming back to your breath? Really send all of your awareness to that right hip, the outer hip, the inner hip. Just send your awareness and your breath into that area, expanding for space. Where can you soften in this hip joint? Take 3 more clear and deep breaths here into the nose. Soften as you lengthen your exhale. When you feel ready, either stay as long as you'd like in any pose, or you can slowly start to pull your chest up. We'll use the momentum from that left foot to swing it around. So our left leg is straight in front of us. Swing the right knee bent behind us. So we're in a jazz split now on our left leg. Sit up tall, find that alignment. Place both hands behind you. So you start to feel a little bit of sensation in that right hip for the right internal rotation. Play with a depth that feels breathable and comfortable. Keep that right knee on the ground. Maybe it looks a little different than the left side. Can you meet yourself with compassion? Can you meet your body with compassion? Gratitude for all it allows us to do. And sit in this moment of true recovery and self-love, as you care, intend for your body, your joints, your spirit. Fully immersing yourself in the quality of your breath. Can you soften through your tummy and your lower belly, the muscles that connect into that right hip? Into your chest up. Using the strength of your arms until we're back in the jazz position. Take your time as we go into our left pigeon pose, bending through the left knee, straightening that right leg all the way behind us. Right kneecap, right top of the foot is on the ground. Left hip is making contact. Create some tense with your little fingers. Pull your heart back, pull your shoulders back, open up your throat. Crawl your hands forward as you start to fold into a position that your body is telling you will serve you best right now. Use this as a moment to get closer and more connected to your body and its messages, rather than more disconnected, creating more friction and disharmony. Keep your breath flowing. We'll be here for about 6 more quality rounds of breath. Really using your visualization to imagine that left hip, your left glute, really getting that full stretch. Feeling that compression from your torso lying over the left hip. Using your breath as a tool, as if you could send it to certain parts of your body as you can. Inhale through that left glute. And exhale, soften through your neck, soften your eyebrows. Release your jaw. One more round of breath here. In through the nose, fill up the belly. You can either decide to stay here for a couple more breaths until your body tells you have your chest is up. Use the strength of your palms. Press into your palms. Reach in a downward facing dog. Hips up in the sky. Toes are tucked. Using the strength of your palms to press your chest back towards your thigh. Let your head dangle. Shake your head yes. Shake it no. Shift your hips side to side. Pedal it out. Really, really keep pushing. The weight of your chest and your heart back towards your thighs. Gaze should be up and through the thighs. The breath is flowing like water. Find some stillness here in your downward dog. Keep your fingertips spread wide. Keep your index fingers pointing towards the front of your space, and your neck and your jaw relaxed. Act like someone is pulling your hips and your tailbone up towards the sky behind you. Shift your weight forward into a high plank position. Shoulders stacked directly on top of wrists. Heels are stacked directly on top of toes or high up on the toes. Core is nice and tight. Find that stillness. Create a little bit of heat. Turn on the core. And start to drop your hips down. Pull your heart through. Untuck your toes. Create a lot of space through the heart. We'll twist, gaze left. We'll twist, gaze to the right. Back and forth. To the left and to the right. Push your hips back towards your heels, bring your big toes together, bring your knees wide, extend your fingertips in front of you for child's pose. Keep this very active, keep your elbows straight, keep your fingertips spread wide. Create a big stretch in your arms, let your forehead land softly onto the earth. Keep your hips pulling heavy down towards your heels. Send your breath into your lats, into your armpits, really creating space there. Go into puppy pose. We'll raise your hips just so your hips stack directly over your knees now. And extend those fingertips forward. So similar to child's pose, except heels are elevated. We're getting a deeper, more intense stretch in the chest and the upper back. Chin can meet the ground or forehead. Where's your breath? Where can you soften? We'll bring your tummy onto the ground for Sphinx pose. Put your heart forward, a little back bend here, gaze up, open up the throat. We'll let your cheek lay on the mat here. Put your right cheek down onto the mat, extend your arms out to a T. Bend the left knee, pick up that left foot, and let's try to stamp your left foot all the way back towards your right hand. So we're getting a big twist in the chest, big shoulder stretch. You can extend the left fingertips up to the sky. You can bind them behind your lower back. You also have an option to bend your right elbow for a deeper stretch in the chest. Feeling your body press against the ground as you inhale. Melt deeper into the stretch with more ease every exhale. Carefully come out of this the way that you came in. Roll back onto your belly. Shake your hips side to side. Reset. Left cheek on the ground. Extend your fingertips out to a T. Bend the right knee, and let's stamp that right foot all the way up and over towards the left hand. Options for different arm expressions. And finding a pose that feels breathable. Using this practice to get closer to your body, listening to its signals rather than ignoring them. Where is the quality of your breath? Go back onto your tummy, nice and slow. And take your time to find a final resting pose. That could be legs up the wall. Be on your back in a butterfly position, with the soles of your feet together, knees apart for a hip opener. Wherever you're at, let's place your palms somewhere on your body. Anywhere your palms meet your body. It's good. Find that connection. We're going to practice what's called Tonglen, which is a compassion practice, compassion meditation. You might feel a little opposite compared to some meditation or compassion techniques that you've experienced before, but I invite you to fully surrender into this practice and allow the magic to work through you. So all we'll be doing is inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. We'll be using the sensations, the physical embodiment of powerful feelings of emotions and thoughts and visualizations. As you inhale, I want you to think about someone or something or a global issue or a neighbor issue or even a self issue, something that you would like to send compassion towards. And as you inhale, I want you to think about the pain, the suffering, the empathy, how this person, how this group of people, how humanity, how you feel in this event, the pain. I want you to really feel the pain and suffering. And as you exhale, I want you to really exhale and really imagine that you're sending out healing energy and imagining peace and harmony, sending out a prayer for justice or for compassion, for peace. So as we inhale, we feel the feelings of others. We really practice compassion. We put ourselves in other people's shoes. As we exhale out the mouth, we send powerful, powerful messages, prayers, and healing energy. We inhale, we feel the other community, the other collectives, pain and suffering. As we exhale, we send our compassion, our love, our grace, our hope for peace. We inhale feelings and emotions that we have all felt as humans before. We remembered our humanity and our similarities. As we exhale, we remind the collective and ourselves of blessings, of miracles, of the ebbs and flows of life. Keep this practice going in through the nose. Healing energy out through the mouth. Make it powerful, make it sense, make it a feeling, a sensation. Inhaling people's issues and problems and feelings and emotions. And exhaling your wish to relieve suffering. Release any control of the breath and land in your final resting pose. I invite you to stay here as long as you'd like. Settle into your body. Feel the energy you just cultivated. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you.